What is up, Patreons? Welcome back to the Drum Brigade online drum lessons. We are here studying the six-stroke madness page, working on the six-stroke. We've done it as a couple different subdivisions. So today we're going to start applying this to our playing, using this as a couple drum fills, and then, developing our six-stroke so that we can use it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right in and get into it. Yes, sir. So, as mentioned, we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to do a little review, but most likely you've watched the first two videos, and so we're going to jump into the third one, applying this one. From here on, we're going to just use these as triplets. So the last lesson, we started using our six-stroke pattern. So first of all, our six-stroke pattern, right, left, right, left, or vice versa, left, right, left, right. So we did it as, first we did it as like eighth notes, 16th notes. So let me grab my practice pad here. And first we did it like da, 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 da. The anchovy cheesy bread. Then we did that as 32nd notes, like 16th notes, 32nd notes. All right, and then we started doing it as eighth note triplets. So da 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 da. All right, that was like kind of at that tempo. And then we did it, last thing that we did was 16th note triplets. So all right, I know I'm not playing it with a metronome, but you just watched the last two videos, so we should be good, right? Right? All right, cool. All right, so let me share this sheet music with you again, and let's start applying what we learned. There we are. Man, it's so simple these days. So simple. I say that every time. All right, so, looking at our sheet music, this is the sheet music we just went over. There's our eighth notes, 16th notes, anchovy cheesy bread. Then we have our 32nd notes, or 16th note, 32nd notes, so double the speed. We have our eighth note triplets, 16th note triplets. All right, well, now we're going to start developing a drum fill. So I'm not going to do this on the practice pad. Still using 16th notes. This is kind of easier than the one that we were just doing. So let me explain. 13, measure 13. Here we are. So this is our rack. Doon, da, 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 da. All right. One and a one and a one and a one and a two. Three and a four. One and a one and a two. Let me just play it for you. But we're going to accent these last two notes on our snare drum. So the only other drum that we're playing is just the rack tom. Rack, snare, 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 snare. All right, so let's try that at 80 beats per minute. Measure number 13. So 80 beats per minute. Sigga-da-digga-da-bop. Sigga-da-digga-da-bop. Let's try that. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. That's good. All right, very good. Not bad. Let's try that a little faster. Let's go to 100. All right, here we go. So, sigga-digga-digga-bop, sigga-digga-digga-bop. 1, 2, ready. All right, very good. So you can hear how that's developing as like a drum fill. You can hear how I'm using that. The way that you play it might be a little bit different from the way that I play it. Of course, I'm doing this with right hand lead. And so, and then I'm ending with my right hand. That this quarter note here on beat 2 is with my right hand, and then start with my right again. All right, so anyways, now we're going to use this as our intro drum fill for this beat. So there's repeat sign here, so we're going to repeat this. But if we're starting this on a song, this is an excellent way to start a song. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, bop, boom. All right, let's try it, and I'll show you how it's done. Back down to 80. Let's do it in the middle, 90. All right, I'm starting a big concert, and here's my intro. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let's go one more. 1, 2. Not bad, not bad. Let me give you guys a different view of this. So let me give you an overhead. Here's that intro again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 'All right, guys. So I just paused this video and added us another little thing here for us. So just now we were doing this little exercise 14, using this as an intro drum fill. Now on measure 16 here, I want to try to use this as more of a groove kind of thing. So now we're playing, it's the same thing. We're just adding an eighth note at the end of the fill and putting our floor tom here. So now it's digga-da-digga-da-da, doom, digga-da-digga-da-da, doom. So I'm going to play it for you. We're going to repeat it, and I'm going to kind of talk to you about this really quickly. So here it is. Here's what it sounds like. Let's do it back at 80. All right, here I go. 1, 2, here I go. All right, so I know it's like, that could be a drum fill too. I mean, that's that, Motown style, Ain't Too Proud to Beg drum fill. All right, anyways, something like that. That might not be exactly, but I like using that as kind of like a groove type of feeling thing where you're doing this 6-stroke over and over and over and over again. And you can put a kick drum right here too on your floor tom. I like putting a kick drum right on the first note and the last note. So. All right, anyways, I like the way that feels. It's like kind of like a hip hop feeling groovy type of thing. Here, let me give you guys an overhead again. Here we go. All right, you guys get the idea. At the end there, I started trying to put that kick drum in there. That's what messed me up. But anyways, so let's talk about the feel of this now. So again, 16th note triplets, those accents at the end with the floor tom at the end. If you want to add your kick drum, of course you can do that. I'm not necessarily playing like enough where it needs to be notated, but I kind of like to think about if there was a crescendo here. Okay, like so that you're kind of building into it. That kind of idea where you're building up to these two accents. I like to think about just this drum fill like that. Like it's kind of ramping up. It adds a little bit more anticipation if you can put like kind of, oh, you're not even looking at what I'm looking at. There you go. I like to add like anticipate that there's a crescendo here. Now, I don't want to make it a full crescendo, so I didn't write it in, but the beginning to this, leading up to these accents, if you're thinking subconsciously that it's kind of like a crescendo, okay? Especially when you're using it like on measure 14 here as your opening drum fill. You know, that it adds some cool anticipation if you imply that there's somewhat of a crescendo. I know that's not typically correct, you know, but it adds some flavor, it adds some seasoning, it adds some spice to what you're playing. Especially with that groove, when you're working on that groove. I like to think about it in that way. A little bit out of tempo, like all right, so I really like to have my students, especially like the one-on-one students, really like work on making it feel like that. So try to not make it robotic, like how we were playing the 8th note or 16th note, 32nd note. You know, whatever. It shouldn't sound like that. It should have some flavor. Of course, we're playing different notation. Obviously, we're playing 16th note triplets, and 8th notes at the end. But you guys, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Try to make it feel, have that anticipation, have that buildup. So in order to do that, we're using the bounce of our sticks. That's why that when I was just playing the 32nd note type of thing, the 32nd note, 16th note thing, I was not really relying on the bounce. I was like actually sticking. Versus I'm relying on the bounce. I'm actually rolling. When I'm playing those diddles, the right, left, you know, and then leading up to those accents, those are actual rolls. I'm rolling it out. It's not a buzz roll. I'm still playing a double, but I'm relying more on the bounce of my drumsticks versus actually sticking, like playing the actual right, left, you know, type of thing. So I hope this is making sense. You know, it's just an exercise to help us develop our 6-stroke so that it sounds better. So on this one, we had the, you know, playing it as our intro fill, or, sorry. Now I got that, that in my head. Okay, so going back to 13. You ska guys, this is a big, ska reggae type of drum fill that you can do. So yeah, okay. Then we use it as a drum fill. 2 1 2. Oops, 1 2. All right, and then we got on my groove exercise. It's not really a groove, but I mean, we're not using our kick drum, but think about it like that. That's 16. Also, guys, I don't have it written here, but this, we can use we can use 16 exactly like we use 13. So we can use that as or we can use, the second half of 16 exactly like we use measure 14. So. Or twice. With a half note rest. 1, 2. That's when you get that real Motown sounding drum fill. I know you won't leave me. All right, guys. So I'll be back with a number 4 lesson. Using this in a different way as drum fills. You can see it there, measure 17, 18, or 17, 19, 20. So I'll be right back with that. Thanks for watching level number 3, using this as a drum fill. 6-stroke madness. We're diving in. Oh, yeah.